We beat them 7 years, and we've beaten Accrington.
Yeah,
you must be chuffed a bit.
Yeah, it was a nice feeling. It's you know, I've been involved in a lot of games with Accrington as a player. You know, last year as a manager as well, and as you say, it's we haven't had much success over the years against them, but to go and beat them, you know, at their own home ground, you know, a good turnout by our fans, good performance. I know both sides rested players, and maybe teams don't take the Johnson's Paint Trophy as serious as what they should do, but we certainly went into the game wanting to win the game. I'm sure Paul Cook did as well. You know, both sets of players give it their all, try to play the game the right way, but I have to say some of our stuff at time was outstanding, and we created plenty of chances. On another day we could have scored a few more, but to win, to get 2 good goals, clean sheet, and to be into the next round, it was good. And to, as you say, to win at Accrington's, it gives everyone a little boost.
Absolutely, and yeah, the scoreline was 2-0, but I've just been looking at the DVD with you, and it could have been 7. It could have. Some of the passing was superb.
Yeah, and I think I'm quite fortunate that games are never, you know, sometimes they're not as good as what you thought at the time, and sometimes they're not as bad. And I thought on Tuesday we played some good stuff. You know, after the game, speaking to Kenny, and I've got the privilege of being able to watch the DVD back. I only got round to watching it last night because I only got it yesterday. But yeah, there was some really good stuff and plenty of chances created. And on another day, you know, Jack could have had 3, Jordan could have had 3. We could have scored a lot more goals. But as I say, you know, hopefully we're saving some of them up. But to score 2 good goals as well, very well worked. Yeah. And to keep a clean sheet, you know, it's
well, I know you don't like to single players out, but I've got to mention Nick Fenton's Brazilian-like pass that led to the 2nd goal. That was fantastic. Yeah,
it's you know, a nice bit of play by Nick, and then he followed his run and got into the box and set Kevin Ellison up for the 2nd goal as well. So I think he had a good night as well there, Nick Fenton, all round. I thought some of his play was really good. His defensive play was outstanding, as was Chris McCready. You know, right through the team, Andrea's in goal, making his full debut for us. Young Joe McGee in the middle of the park, only for being on a booking and 1 or 2 little fouls after it. Was the only reason I took him off, in case he got sent off, because the game was going a little bit like that. So yeah, loads of positives in there for us. You know, Jack getting on the score sheet, Jordan, you know, getting good chances. I'm sure they'll drop the right side of the post for him sooner rather than later as well. So good all round for us.
Great, and a good showing from the fans. Plenty went down there to support you and the lads, and we put a hoodoo to rest. So fantastic job done. Good. One player missing on Tuesday night was Danny Carlton, and I don't think on Saturday down at Bristol, when I was talking to him after the match, we didn't realise how serious the injury was. So yeah. What's the latest on that, Jim?
Well, unfortunately, you know, when it happened, you always worry about players when they go down, when there's not a challenge. Danny sort of hyperextended his knee when he's tried to block the fullback's pass. He's gone down. We've seen him get up on the far side, and you know, we were thinking, is he coming back on, is he not? And then finally the physio said no, he's not right to come back on. And as you say, on the coach on the way home, he's saying, oh, it's a bit sore, this and that, and you just don't think anything about it. You just expect him maybe to be a couple of weeks or even a couple of days or what have you. But once he had the scan on Monday morning, he was a lot more sore than on Sunday, and got the swelling, and the doctor seen him, sent him for a scan on the Monday, and unfortunately he's ruptured his anterior cruciate knee ligament, which is probably the worst injury he can have, and done all his cartilage as well at the same time, which on its own would have been a month or 2 in an operation. But obviously the cruciate's the big one, that's going to be at least 6 months, and they'll tidy the rest of the stuff up he did in the meantime as well while they're in there. But it's unfortunate, absolutely gutted for the lad. He's you know, he's a hero, isn't he? He's, you know, the Wembley hero, and he's had many good years here. And hopefully he'll get back before the end of the season and play games, and we'll see what's what. But at this moment, it's very disappointing for him. He's, you know, for himself, his partner Tash, who's not long got a baby. I think they've moved house as well. So you know, it's football, it's what happens, but it's not nice. He's been in every day since, so all the lads are gathering around him, and you know, he seems to be in good spirits. That's the type of character he is. But he's got a long road to fitness now, and a big rehab, you know, rig out in front of him. So,
well, I'm sure he'll get all the support he needs from you and the club.
I think he has his operation on the 22nd of this month.
Right.
He's got to let the swelling go down. So that's a couple of weeks away, so he'll go in and get the operation. Then, as I say, from there it's at least 6 months.
Well, you're a close-knit team, and I'm sure everybody will rally round him. And I'm sure everybody, supporters, will send him all the best and wish him a speedy recovery, and we'll see him in a red shirt again before the end of the season. Moving on to Saturday, Fleetwood Town arrive in town. It's going to be a big match. You can feel the build-up. It is going to be a big match. They're going to bring a lot. It's their first time ever in the Football League. We know how that feels. What's your feelings ahead of the game?
Yeah, I think everyone's excited. You know, we're in good form at the minute. We've just come off the back of 2 good wins. You know, we've given a good account of ourselves at Sunderland. Unfortunately, we've dropped points at home so far this season. But when you look through the results, which I've again had the fortunate situation of being able to watch the DVDs back, I think we played some really good stuff. And on another day, we wouldn't have lost the Port Vale game, certainly. It's only one person switching off from a corner that cost us the second goal, which ultimately was the killer one, really. And at York, I think we created the chances to win the game. So I think we're doing all right. We go into the game, full of confidence. We've got good numbers back with regards to the injuries that we were carrying on Tuesday night, so that's good. It gives me a selection headache, but one I'd rather have than being the other way and not having enough players. So I think the players are ready. We're all set up, we're organised, we've done our work over the last couple of days. We know how we're going to play and how we're going to rig out, and hopefully we'll give a good account of ourselves, have a good performance, and certainly a results and match as well. But we're expecting a tough game, as you say. Fleetwood only down the road. The fixture goes back many years to the Northern Premier League when you've had plenty of battles before my time. But as you say, the fans will travel in good numbers. They've strengthened through the summer. They've had the chairman's put his money where his mouth is. Mickey Manning's had a lot of success. They are a team on the up. They've got that good feeling factor about them winning the league last year and having a decent start this year. So we're expecting a tough game, but like you always say, you respect everyone but never ever fear them, and we'll be going all out to win the game.
Excellent, that's good to hear. Well, I'm not going to... As always, yeah. I'm not going to press you for any selections because, we're ahead of the match. But I'll be very surprised if one player in particular wasn't banging on your door asking for a start tomorrow. And I'm sure he'll be giving it all if he does get selected.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll draw a close there. Once again, thanks very much for the catch-up, and we'll keep doing this on a regular basis.
No problem.
And hopefully we'll speak to you tomorrow after the match, I'll go for 3-0.
Take that all day.
Cheers, Jim.
Cheers to that.